Hello, this is Si Wing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. We are a real estate investment club. We've been helping investors to buy turnkey out-of-state investment properties, and you can do it remotely, passively, with very minimal time because we have a team that surrounds you. We have a turnkey system where everything, whatever property we represent in different markets, you have the ability to buy through this system where the properties is already pre-selected for you, where we have our in-house loan agents, we have property managers. That's the most important thing that can help to manage your property and do everything else for the long term. And insurance agents, home inspectors, all those, the whole team to surround you, the investor. So whether you, regardless of where you live in the US, right? And we can help you. You can do this at the comfort of your kitchen table, if you will, right, with a laptop, and you can utilize the resources of our organization, and you be part of our network. So we've been doing this for since 2004, almost 20 years. We have helped numerous investors throughout the country to buy turnkey remote properties. Not only that, our goal is to help you to achieve financial freedom using a portfolio acquisition of properties, mainly through financing. Financing, you have the ability to use multiple mortgages, right? Assuming you qualify uh, with your credit and all that. And we have free educational uh, podcasts and email newsletters that, if, as long as you be part of our network, it's free to become a free member of our organization, and you can systematically learn about risk investing through our resources. And then ultimately, when you're ready to pull the trigger, you contact one of our consultants, myself included, and we can help you build a portfolio of turnkey properties. And meanwhile, you can work full time, and you have there's very little work you can do. All right, I mean, you can own a portfolio of 5 or 10 or 15 properties, and still only needing a couple of hours per week, maybe even per month, to so-called manage your real estate portfolio. All right, so that's the bottom line. And of course, I don't have time to explain all the details, but suffice to say, today's presentation, I'm going to share with you our this week's investment opportunities. Although we represent many markets throughout the country, we represent the Midwest, and we represent uh, all the hot markets in the country that will provide cash flow, and mostly in the south and southeast of the U.S. and the Midwest, right? We know the type of price ranges. We have again a team of turnkey providers in a specific market that we work with over the years that know how to find the properties for you so you can achieve financial freedom. All right. So without further ado, let me share my screen and go over one of the properties that we have for you. And this property is located in the Midwest. At this time, don't worry. I mean, it could be anywhere. But again, we have a team of specialists on the ground. They've been doing it for 30 years that can do all the groundwork for you. They find the property, they rehab the property with their own money, and then they fix the property, make it turnkey, and they place the tenants for you. Then, when everything is done, we will provide you with a price of a property. And all you have to do is do a little bit of additional research and due diligence, and then you can pull the trigger. You can do this remotely, passively, and successfully and efficiently, and buy multiple properties. The more properties you buy, obviously, the more money you're going to make. I mean, that's pretty simple. So, so this property is, as you can see, uh, we don't have the picture of the inside, but suffice to say, the uh, the picture will be provided later. But this property is already been rehabbed completely. You don't have to pay any rehab money, any fix up cost, nothing out of your pocket. You buy the property the way it is, the way it is provided for you because it's a personal portfolio. You're not doing, you're not buying this property uh, from a multiple listing service. That means you don't have to go through the bidding war of, putting the bid against 20, 30 other buyers for one property. The property we have for you is off market. It is a pocket listing. No one have access to this kind of portfolio except the people within our so-called inner circle. This property is for investors that we have that we work with, including yourself potentially, and all you gotta do is be part of our network, which is free of charge, by the way. And right, so for right now, just at the end of this video, at the bottom of this video, just look at our contact information. All you have to do is put your email into our uh, sign up for our free email newsletter on our website, and then you will receive a weekly email newsletter that will show you the investment opportunities and will also show you free risk education so you can be a well-informed investor, so you can have the ability to take action and buy multiple properties systematically, efficiently, using the platform, using the system that we put in place for our investors, regardless of where you live in any 50 states. We work with remote investors out of state from all 56 of the country. So we've been doing it for more than 15 years, since 2004. We've helped hundreds of investors, hundreds over the years, and they have achieved tremendous success. All right, so we find the cash flow properties and appreciation properties, turnkey approach. The properties is for you to take, no bidding war, nothing. And all you gotta do is do a little bit more due diligence. We have the team available for you, the loan agents, the home inspectors, the appraisers, the title companies, the property managers, the whole 9 yards. We work as a team. We help you achieve long-term success. All right. So this property is a good property, and if you want a high cash flow, this kind of property is potentially is good for you. But of course, we have other markets that we can also help you with. So all you gotta do is subscribe to my channel. So on a weekly basis, you will see the different type of properties we have for our investors, and then we go from there. All right. So therefore, I'm going to also share this week property. As you can see, it's all done for you, right? This is ready to go. The tenant is already in place. This is a triplex, right? This is a triplex, turnkey, all rehab is for you for $145,000. Where can you find a triplex anywhere in the country that will give you this kind of return? Come from a turnkey provider that we work with that have been in this market for 30 years. So what you have is transparency, reputation, the track record of working with our team that will make your job a lot easier, a less headache. So all you gotta do is take a little bit of risk, put some little bit of money down, you'll see. So for the remaining few minutes of this presentation, I'm just gonna merely show you. By the way, this property goes very quickly, even though, of course, for every property we have among our database of investors, there are 5 or 10 investors potentially want this property. So you don't have to bid against them. You just work with my team, get yourself loan pre-approval, and then first come first serve. If you want this property ahead of 9 or 10 other investors that we are targeting for this kind of weekly inventories, then you'll be fine. You'll get it. You don't have to submit 20 deals to get what you to get the property. All you gotta do is submit for one deal that we have, the one property we have, and you will get it, right? So, uh, right. So this triplex, although was built years and years ago, however, as long as the property has been rehabbed systematically over time, the turnkey provider has already you know uh, done all the upgrades. The heater, the electrical system, the foundation, the roof, the boiler, whatever has been updated, has been renovated, has been replaced. So this house is turnkey, ready to go. All you gotta do is, if you know, to uh, to achieve the level of confidence for you, once you get under contract, right, for this property, uh, do the loan, and then hire an independent third-party investor, which we have those companies for you to refer to, and see it for yourself, right? See that the inspection report will show that all the critical items has been updated and it will pass inspection. That's the key. Make sense? And of course, our turnkey provider will find the best neighborhood, the best tenant available. This is a C plus type of neighborhood, right? It's a good consistent rental. You're not going to see too much problem from the tenants, and so the historical experience in this kind of neighborhood, in this kind of property, has proven to be very, very highly effective. So the risk is very low, and the reward with the cash flow you achieve, given the amount of money you have available. Just think about it, right? You can buy a portfolio of this kind of home and achieve financial freedom, whereby your passive income derived from the rents of the multiple properties can potentially replace your working income either completely or partially. So, right? So that's how you achieve wealth through real estate, by using a turnkey system that we have presented for you. You can work full time in your job, and still, whether you own 3 or 5 or more of these properties, the time, the effort that you put in place is very, very minimal, maybe a couple of hours per month. That's it. It's almost passive. But you own the property 100% under your name, your money. This is yours. We just give you the platform and the resources for you to make it easy for you to buy these kind of properties on a consistent basis. All right. So this property is only 145,000. Is off market. It is not, is not in a multiple listing service. So therefore, you don't have to bid against other buyers out there, right? They could be, tens and twenties and even 100, buyers potentially, if you were to find properties on your own, right? But we have this in-house, off-market pocket listings that come from the personal portfolio of our turnkey provider. Isn't that cool? Right? We've done all the heavy lifting, most of it for you. All you gotta do is conduct some a small percentage of your research and due diligence to pull the trigger. That's all it takes. All right. So whether you are experienced investor or a newbie, you have the ability to acquire properties, high cash flow properties mainly, not so much for appreciation, right? Uh, you know, if you want high appreciation properties, new construction, then of course we have other market you can look into uh, as well. So, but just for today, on this weekly presentation, this is a Midwest market neighborhood where is a high cash flow situation. So just do the numbers, right? How much money you have for down payment? What can you qualify for financing? This is a typical 25% down loan, financing loan under the Fannie Mae lending guidelines, right? So that's how you go. So you have the ability to obtain under your name a total of 10 mortgages under the favorable Fannie Mae lending guidelines, lowest interest rate, historically speaking, as we speak. All right. So this is a triplex, right? There are 3 doors. There are 3 units. Only 145K. Come on. Where else can you in the country you're getting a turnkey, ready to go property already rented for a mere $145,000. Nowhere else in the country that I know of. So because of our long-term track record, we can find this kind of properties for you on a weekly basis, only for investors such as yourself, right? So 145,000, 25% down payment is 36,250 plus closing costs of around 4,000. Look, this is just a pro forma. This is just a projection, right? It's not precise numbers, right? But it is what it is. So your total out of pocket completely to do a loan, 25% down is a little bit more than $40,000. That's it. Then the projected rent on this 3-unit triplex is 1625, so a little bit more than 550 per door per unit, if you will. Our numbers we put down 5% vacancy factor. The rate is very, very high, very good, very consistent over time. And so this property is located in good neighborhood. We're not going to pick any kind of rough neighborhood for you. It's a C plus class neighborhood, okay? C plus class neighborhood. And the tenants are very, very loyal. They stay for at least a couple of years or more. And so this is a very consistent, stable rental market. We believe, regardless of the up and down of the economy or the listed market, whatever you've been hearing, it does not affect these type of Midwest type of cash flow turnkey properties, right? They're always going to hum along, and you know what you're getting is a systematic income stream you can get with high cash flow. So the more of this kind of property you buy, the earlier you can retirement. You do your own calculation based on your down payment capability. How many of this small multi-unit property can you buy? That's the bottom line, right? So do your numbers, project. This kind of mathematical projection is not rocket science. It's not rocket science, right? So you have a trigger point of 40 grand for each $40,000 you have cash to finance these kind of multi-unit properties, right? Think about it. If you have 100 grand, you can buy at least 2 of these, maybe 3, duplex or triplex in the Midwest market, as we indicated. Or if you have $150,000 cash or $200,000 cash, you can buy whatever 2 or 3 or 4 of these, right? And I will show you the numbers. Okay, just bear with me. The gross rent, as I stated, and then your property tax, as you can see, monthly. You minus monthly insurance, property management fee of 10% of the rent, then 5% maintenance factor on an annual basis. So we have done all the numbers crunching on your behalf. So at the end of the day, this is a very high cash flow situation. The returns are very, very high. And then the capitalization rate is 8%. And the rent to value ratio is 1.1, which is above the benchmark. Cash and cash return is double digit, 13%. Now, some of you are newbies. You may not know what I'm talking about when I discuss these financial indicators. But don't worry about it, right? Just for right now, just understand the overall big picture. You can log into my YouTube channel, Si Win Yi. You will find hundreds of videos out there for you, or you could sign up with our free weekly newsletter with your email into my website. Sign up email, you will receive, systematic free real estate education and real practical market opportunities in different markets. Whatever your goals are, we have those information for you. All right. At the end of the day, you can get your 25% mortgage at 4% interest rate for investor, and then as you can see, your monthly mortgage is here. So how we derive at this $407 monthly net cash flow, we take the gross rent, which is $1,625 minus all your monthly taxes, insurance, property management fee, 5%, maintenance, 5% vacancy factor, and then your monthly mortgage, then your monthly net cash flow is around $455, which is amazing, right? You multiply by 12 months, of course, your annual net cash flow is, let me see right here, $5,463, right? So there you go, right? Simple math. The more of these you buy, the more cash flow you have. So who knows, 5 or 10 years from now, you can achieve a pretty decent retirement, uh, depending on what's your definition of retirement, right? We don't know, but okay. So the returns are very high, as you can see. Monthly net cash flow, 455. Annual net cash flow is 5,400, only from a $41,000 down payment. So you leverage your money, right? Real estate income property is a multi-dimensional asset class. It's one of the highest performing because you're getting cash flow, you're getting tax benefit with depreciation, you're getting equity growth over time, you're getting principal reduction, you're having 3 tenants on this triplex to pay your debt obligations. Isn't that amazing? Your tenants are making you rich, right? That's if you can if you have the confidence level that you're going to get these kind of tenants. A typical tenant stay 2 or 3 years, believe it or not, right? Just do the calculation. In the next 10 years, all you need is 2 or 3 tenants, or maybe a few more, to reach the 10-year goal, holding of your property, and you can achieve passive income and equity potential. So it's all about having a tenant to pay your debt. I mean, that's how you leverage your investment. So, well, I mean, what else can you ask for? Okay, so that's pretty much I have. This is my, again, weekly uh, investment opportunities in the Midwest market for those of you that want high cash flow. Each property you buy with a duplex or triplex or fourplex at this price point. And we're talking duplex. Some of the duplex we have available in our Midwest turnkey provider uh, companies. A duplex can only cost like 60,000, maybe 70,000. A duplex. A single family home, $55,000, and comes pre-leased, very high return, right? Very good capitalization rate. A triplex is only 445K. A fourplex, believe it or not, which we don't have that many. From time to time, we have those. A turnkey, totally rehab, all rented fourplex, could be as low as 180K. So, and the rent is a lot higher relative to to everything else. So you get the idea. That's how you build your portfolio. So you have 3 choices. Number one is do nothing, right? Go with the rat race, right? You may not achieve financial freedom anytime soon, perhaps. The second option is uh, find these properties on your own, do it yourself kind of deal. You know how risky that is, right? Whether you have, if you, especially when you're working full time, you don't have time to scour for these kind of properties all over the country. I mean, and the risk is very great because you don't have a trusted team to help you. And a third option, which is the better option, is to find some organizations like us that already have this system, this platform, all put together for you. So to make it easy for you, okay? With that in mind, thank you so much for listening. This is Si Wing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. Thank you for attending, and I will see you on the other side. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.